All right, we are back live at CollectCo for part 2 of tonight's Facebook record sale. When you're back on, be sure to let us know. I'm going to get it shared here. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Scott. Brent, Alice, Carlene, Grant. All right, so when we ended part 1, we had just got done selling a Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits. A Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits. Have we been through this crate right here? No, that's a whole nother crate we got. Yeah, we got plenty of vintage stuff to go back through. We're probably going to be live about 1 more hour. I may fall asleep to your voice. I may actually fall asleep. I think exhaustion from traveling and kind of going nonstop has hit me and Tanner pretty hard all of a sudden tonight. But we're going to sell for at least another hour, maybe hour and a half if y'all stay on and with us. We got a lot more to go through. You never know. I may hit a second win. But yeah, we got some great stuff. So we have an obscene amount of records. I mean, at this point, one collection blends in with another, and we don't really know what we even have at this point. So we still got a vehicle to unload, and I've got to do a couple just like things here and there. So you need some sweet tea. I just had some water, a little bit of trail mix. That's enough through at least for the second round. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start back over this vintage bin. There's like half of it's already gone, and we've only been through that first half. So we're at a high rate of sale in there, meaning get some really good records. Let me go ahead and restart the crate. We'd only had gotten to a few, and we'll go from there. I'm going to put up some new auctions. As soon as we get about 100 people watching on both platforms, I'll start our auctions back up. Billy Joe Glass Houses is EX, $12.99. Glass Houses, you may be right, I may be crazy. Billy Joe, that's an EX condition, $12.99. We've already sold the Stevie Ray Vaughan Japanese. We already sold that. Amy Beth says she's just looking. Sure you are. Creedence Clearwater Revival, that is Bayou Country, $24.99, VG Plus, Proud Married, Born on the Bayou. I always like that cover. You kind of got to squint to see it. VG Plus, $24.99. The Very Best of Hank Williams. Brent, you can never sign off. You'll miss something. The Very Best of Hank Williams is an EX. This is in shrink wrap. It's a very nice copy. And it looks like it's very close to near mint, actually. That is $17.99. Very Best of Hank Williams. The Big Bill Brunsey. Big Bill Brunsey songs, sings folk songs, 1962. EX, $34.99. Frank Zappa, Mothers, Roxy, and Elsewhere. That's EX condition, $39.99. Frank Zappa and Mothers, Roxy, and Elsewhere. EX, $39.99. Team Beat a Go-Go, The Starfires. VG Plus, $24.99. Melissa, excuse me, I call this Melissa sometimes accidentally. Eat a Peach, the Allman Brothers. This is a VG copy, $19.99. This is still available. It's not a bad, it's VG, but, y'all have seen what mint ones of those bring before. $19.99. And Deep Purple, when we rock, and when we roll, we roll. That is EX, $24.99, Deep Purple. That is a hits compilation. Space Truckin', Kentucky Woman, Burn, Hush, Smoke on the Water. That is $24.99. Brian C. on FZ. That's Frank Zappa. Susie Breedlove on Deep Purple. That's sold to Susie Breedlove. The Byrds Greatest Hits. Okay, now we're into new material, never shown before. The Byrds Greatest Hits is a VG Plus $14.99. VG Plus $14.99. The Byrds Greatest Hits. How about the Byrds? How about the Beatles? The Beatles is VG Plus $34.99. This is the Apple comp. Their Greatest Hits 62 to 66 on Apple. Matthew, you were second to Deep Purple. Susie was right before you. But we are going to sell the Byrds to Brent Hall. And yes, Eat a Peach is a gatefold. Eat a Peach is a gatefold. It's a Capricorn. It's probably an OG. And it's a gatefold. Really cool gatefold with the really cool artwork. Really cool. That's my new favorite word for part 2. Live Cream Volume 1. VG Plus $24.99 for Live Cream Volume 1. VG Plus $24.99. And Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull is their first album. His first album. It's their first album, but it's Ian Anderson. This is the name of the album. VG Plus $14.99 for Deep Purple. VG Plus $14.99. And we have Orphan, Rock and Roll Reflection. VG Plus $14.99 for Orphan, Rock and Roll Reflection. VG Plus $14.99. Queen, A Night at the Opera. VG Plus $14.99. Queen, A Night at the Opera. VG Plus $24.99. Classic album alert. Allman Brothers, well, the big song on there is probably Melissa. That's what I accidentally call it sometimes. But let's see. One Way Out is good. Trouble No More. It's the Allman Brothers. They don't have a bad song, Vicky. Blue Skies on here. Little Martha. Blue Skies, great. Of course, then it has this entire Mountain Jam, which is like, yeah, there's the lyric insert too. I knew it had that, or the insert. Yeah, that's an OG press. But yes, it's the Allman Brothers from beginning to end. It's beautiful. Eagles, One of These Nights is a VG Plus $24.99. Men at Work, Business as Usual. By the way, we're in our check condition bin. Check condition meaning these are not top copies, but they're not bad either, especially VG Plus. And this is Business as Usual, Men at Work. Vicky says sold on the Allman Brothers. Sell that to Vicky. The condition of the Queen was a VG Plus. It is got a little bit of cover issues, some staining and some writing. The vinyl's VG Plus. Queen, Night at the Opera. Never can have too many of those. The Red Beatles condition, Floyd, it was a VG Plus. VG Plus on that. Not a bad looking. I think that's an average grade because side 2 here doesn't look too bad. And side 1 here doesn't look too bad. So, not bad. Jeff Beck, Truth, VG copy, $9.99. Yes, we're in our check condition bin, meaning stuff is not near mint. It's VG or better. VG, but probably not near mint minus. Steppenwolf, original cover, foil cover and shrink wrap, VG Plus $19.99. That's Steppenwolf, the second album featuring Magic Carpet Ride. How about Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2? VG Plus $29.99 for Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2. VG Plus $29.99. And Chris Christopherson, that's a VG Plus $39.99. 1971 reissue. $39.99. Three Dog Night Harmony is a VG Plus $14.99. And we have John Cale Vintage Violence. This is $74.99. That's a 1970 Terre Haute press. John Cale Vintage Violence. 1970 Terre Haute EX $74.99. Let's see here. The Elvis. Yes, I got some auctions. I was going to wait till we had 100 people watching. And look, my counter says 100. I've got a couple new auctions over here. I've got from Elvis in Memphis. Debbie, this is going to be a $30 start. It's a 1969 Rockaway press. It is an orange RCA label. And this is about a VG Plus on the vinyl. About a VG Plus on the vinyl. So not a perfect copy. It has some marks. But that is an opening bid of $30. Everybody right now is asking for this one and the comeback special. I can't get enough of them. And Rat Out of the Cellar. Rat is a VG minus. VG minus. So I got a couple lower grade records up for auction here. We're going to start Rat just for $15 out of the cellar. It's a VG minus. It's going to have some noise and some pops and some clicks. it's a $15 start. Inserts, well, the U.S. pressings don't really come with a whole lot like the Japanese. It has the original inner sleeves, which have the lyrics. It has the original inner sleeve, which has all the lyrics, and I think that's the only thing this one has. Let's see here. Yes, that's the only one this one has. It does have the inner sleeves. Nope. It has the, this one may be complete. It has the discography form too, with all the Beatles stuff you can order. So that one has the discography order form and the original inner sleeves. And Floyd, that's a VG Plus $34.99. Debbie's at $30 on Elvis. Jordan Vernoy wants the Steppenwolf. That's sold to Jordan. The price on the Billy Joel. Billy Joel is EX $12.99. Bubby Mercer needs to put back the meatloaf from earlier. We got a near mint meatloaf, bat out of hell if anybody wants it, for $34.99. Billy Joel is EX $12.99, Ryan. The Blues Brothers is VG Plus $19.99. This is briefcase full of blues. Briefcase full of blues, VG Plus $14.99. Ryan Rice had sold, and that was on Billy Joel. And we have Eric Clapton Slow Hand, VG Plus $24.99. Eric Clapton Slow Hand. All right, update on our auctions. Debbie's at $30 on Elvis. This is from Elvis in Memphis. About a VG Plus copy. Debbie's at $30, going twice, going 3 times. And we got Rat Out of the Cellar. Rat Out of the Cellar. And this is a VG minus. It is an 84 Terre Haute. VG minus, $15 start on that one. Jordan Vernoy, first on Clapton, Slow Hand. And we've got Stephen Stills Manassas, VG Plus $19.99. Stephen Stills Manassas, VG Plus $19.99. All right, one more time on the check condition bin. Then I've got a whole nother bin of new vintage arrivals. Are you going to have the new Motley Crue 5 record? Yes, we actually have a pre-order for that, Gary. If you're in our group, I will show you the link in the comments, and you can go in and pre-order that. I've got a pre-order going for it, and I've ordered additional copies. So I've already put in my order, but you can put in additionals for one, and I'll have additional extras. So if you want prices, let me know. We had CCR, The Very Best of Hank Williams, Big Bill Brunzi, Team Beat A Go-Go, Live Cream, Jethro Tull, Orphan, Queen. We have the Eagles, Men at Work, Jeff Beck Truth, Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2, Christofferson, Three Dog Night, John Cale, The Beatles, Blues Brothers, and Stephen Stills. Queen. Sorry, Matt. Matt Kamer. Queen is VG Plus $24.99. We're going to sell John Porter CCR for $20. That's sold to John Porter for $20. Ryan Rice, you get Rat for $15. That's sold to Ryan Rice. And our new buyer tonight, which is Debbie Hoskins, you get Elvis for $30. Those are all sold. Any Casey and the Sunshine Band. Only on this compilation. I've got it on a new compilation. Tracy, give me 1 second. I'll show that to you. You might want this. It's called Disco Collected. If everybody will give me 1 second, I'm going to put up a new crate of records. I've got some really cool stuff to show. Price on Queen. Now price on Cream. Live Cream, Jordan, was a VG Plus, also $24.99. Cream and Queen, the same price. And Queen had some staining and light staining, and it's not too bad. Night at the Opera, right up here, just that little corner. King wrote his name on the cover. That's it. So let me go ahead and load up the next crate of, let me load up this next crate of this stuff. The Beatles was $34.99, James Lee Farrell. $34.99. Sell Jordan Cream for $20. I guess we've entered part 2, but everything is negotiable now. The first time I go through these, they're not, it's the first time. They're new arrivals. But after we go through them once or twice, if they're still here, I'll discount them. But this next crate is sticker price. It is kind of part 2, but let me show that Disco Collected I was talking about. Let me find what I've done with them. I've got a lot of condensing to do after the sales. There's Disco Collected. I got a lot of new vinyl to go back through too. But here's Disco Collected. I've got 3 left. Pretty much there's nothing in print by KC and the Sunshine Band. There's no greatest hits. There's no albums. MoFi has 1 album in stock, but I don't think they're printing it anymore. Or 1 album in print, but I don't think they are pressing it. They made this on magenta and yellow vinyl. They are $44.99, but it's a great disco compilation. But it does have 1 KC and the Sunshine Band on it. Get Down Tonight. Get Down Tonight, and lots of other disco hits on there. Car Wash, La Freak, Get Down With It, or Get Down On It, The Hustle, KC and the Sunshine Band, Earth, Wind & Fire, September, Rock the Boat, Eddie Kendricks, Shaka Khan, Vicky Sue Robinson. That's $44.99. Tracy Thomas says take 1. I have 2 left if anybody... 3 left. I got 2 left if anybody else wants one. That's limited and numbered colored vinyl for Music on Vinyl. New vintage arrivals. These are sticker price. Let me go ahead and put up some new auctions. Let me go ahead and put up some new auctions over here. We got REO Speedwagon. I got plenty of more Japanese to go through. We'll do REO Speedwagon and Asia. REO Speedwagon and Asia. Very nice, near mint, pristine, freshy mint, perfect, nice, clean, mint, pristine copies. Asia and REO Speedwagon, high in fidelity. Those are $45 start. They are both beautiful. New vintage arrivals. Susie Quattro is a 74 white label promo. Susie Quattro, $24.99. White label promo. Susie Quattro, self-titled, $24.99. $24.99. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $14.99. Stacy Metternich, first on Susie Quattro. Sold to Stacy. Tracy's at $45 on REO. Stacy got REO for $45, and Stacy is first to Susie Quattro. REO's at $45. Earth, Wind, and Fire, That's the Way of the World. $14.99 for Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's the Way of the World. $14.99. Dr. Hook, Bankrupt. Dr. Hook is $19.99. Bankrupt. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Boz Scaggs Moments. That's one we don't get as often in his catalog. $14.99. Boz Scaggs Moments. Nice copy. $14.99 for Boz. The Leaves. All the Good Things That's Happening. Flashback. $59.99. A 1967 Scranton pressing. The Leaves. All the Good Things That's Happening. Flashback. OG Capital, 67 Scranton. So we have an REO Speedwagon, high in fidelity, pristine, mint, Japanese pressing. We're at a $45 bid with Tracy Tallman. It is a perfect copy. It even has this REO Speedwagon sticker. Yeah, that's a sticker. Never seen that with one. I'm glad I opened this up. REO Speedwagon, high in fidelity. Now album, high in fidelity. Now triple album, Keep on Loving You, single, gold. All 7 previous albums, at least gold. REO Speedwagon. Wow, that's got a cool promotional sticker with it. Really nice cover. Strong jacket. It feels heavy enough to have something in it. So that has a sticker with it. It also has the REO Speedwagon insert. And very, very nice. Let's see. So that has a sticker with it. Never seen that before. REO Speedwagon. High bid on that is Tracy Tallman at $45. And Asia. James Bragg is at $47. Classic Asia album. Let's see if there's anything extra with this one. Really nice copy, as you can see. No wear on the cover. Perfect corners. Has the Asia insert with it. Near mint pristine vinyl. And that's at $47, James Brown. The vinyl, me please. We may have a handful left, maybe 2 or 3, but I don't think we have a lot. I don't think we have a lot left. Okay, so The Leaves, $59.99. I figured that'd be something Wayne Titsworth might buy. The Beatles, Real Music, 1982 with booklet, $34.99. The Beatles, Real Music is a compilation. This also has the insert with it. I don't see that in too many of them. Souvenir program. That's pretty cool. Lots of pictures and information. So Real Music is a compilation of tracks from their film all their, soundtrack movies, which is, Hard Day's Night, Let It Be, Yellow Submarine. Really nice copy of that, $34.99. Elvis Costello, Man Out of Time, $14.99. I think that's a 12-inch single. Final Call on Asia and Final Call on REO Speedwagon, 45 and 47. I'm about to sell both of them. Pat Benatar, 7 the Hard Way. That is a sealed copy. Sealed for $34.99. $34.99. And Killer Joe's International Discotheque. International Discotheque. $19.99, 1965. Steve Hackett, Swept Away. Steve Hackett, Swept Away, $19.99. Steve Hackett, Swept Away, $19.99. Super Blues, Join Forces, $34.99, 1984. Super Blues, Join Forces, Bo Diddley, Muddy Waters, and Little Walter. And we've got Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, $34.99. This feels heavy enough to have a poster with it. I don't think it does, though. It's just maybe the vinyl. Wow, that's a really nice copy. Smash Hits, $34.99. $34.99. Brent's going to pass on Elvis Costello. Michael Nath was first to Super Blues, and Brent Rabley was second. Asia is sold to James Bragg for $47, and REO Speedwagon is sold to Tracy Tallman for $45. Those are sold $45 and $47. Next auctions is going to be Bon Jovi and Live Cream Volume 2. Bon Jovi self-titled. Awful late to be putting one of these up, but if you're watching, you may catch a deal, or you may get in a bidding war with somebody. This is Bon Jovi's first album, and look again, it's another really nice copy. Near mint Japanese vinyl. It's got one little bump on it. I mean, if we're going to split hairs. Japanese insert here. That is super nice. This is self-titled Bon Jovi. It is a pristine copy. She's a Little Runaway, first track. I think there's a couple other, quote, hits on this one. Let's see here. I don't know his stuff probably as well as I should, but there's at least one more on here that I think I know. That's a $55 start. Has that insert with it. Really nice cover and Obi. Bon Jovi, $55. We have Susie wanting the Jimi Hendrix. That's sold to Susie. Sold to Susie, Jimi Hendrix. And then Live Cream Volume 2. I actually like the set list on this one a little bit better. Has Sunshine of Your Love and what else are they doing on side 2 here? Deserted Cities, White Room, and Tales of Brave Ulysses. But yes, very nice copy. This is a $45 start for Live Cream 2. Vinyl is pristine, near mint, has the Japanese insert with it, and Live Cream, that's a $45 start. Brent's in on Bon Jovi at $55, Cream's at $45, and we have The Damned, Alone Again, and that's $14.99. That's a 1987 promo. 1987 promo, white label, Alone Again. Jordan's in on Cream, and Brent's in on Bon Jovi. Heart, Greatest Hits and Live, $29.99. Greatest Hits and Live, and that is $29.99. That's a great Heart compilation. That's their greatest hits, and it's live. The Damned is a single, yes. Their albums are very difficult to get. Introducing the Walker Brothers. The Walker Brothers is $24.99. Featuring Make It Easy on Yourself, Red Smash label. Final Call on Bon Jovi, Final Call on Cream. The Stranglers, No More Heroes, $24.99. $24.99. Johnny Paycheck. Johnny Paycheck is $19.99. LeBron just passed the all-time scoring record in the NBA. He just passed the all-time scoring label of the National Basketball Association. Me and Tanner is watching it live here. He is now the all-time leader. I don't know if y'all were watching that, but this is $19.99, 1983 sealed Johnny Paycheck. I don't need to know that right now. $19.99. What an accomplishment. Jethro Tull, Stand Up, $24.99. This is really nice. I was looking at this. I was thinking about maybe putting it up for auction. This is the original pop-up cover. It's a 69 OG, and it is beautiful. $24.99. Somebody needs to grab that immediately. Jethro Tull, Stand Up, $24.99. $34.99. Jethro Tull stand up. Extremely, extremely nice. Johnny Shines and Co. is $34.99. Johnny Shines and Company. That is $34.99. Craig Thomas on ST. ST. I think that was, Craig put ST. That wasn't for, was that for the Stranglers, Craig? You may have to help me on that one. I got a little out of order. Correct me if I'm wrong, Craig. I've got you down for the Stranglers. Okay, that's right. And then Brent Rabley wants Jethro Tull. And Jordan, you were second. I'm going to go ahead and end these auctions. So Brent got Jethro Tull. Craig got the Stranglers. Bon Jovi is sold to Brent Rabley for $55. And Jordan, for Noy, you get the Live Cream for $45. Those two auctions are sold. Wow, they're pretty much stopping the entire basketball game, aren't they? As they probably should. I don't know. Let's see. The last scoring leader was kind of before my lifetime, so I doubt there'll be a new scoring leader in my lifetime, especially the way, I mean, yeah, I just don't think we'll see that again for a long time. I don't really follow basketball, but that's pretty impressive. So, okay, Wings Greatest Hits. Good time to be bidding on auctions. Not everything is pretty much sold with one bid here in part 2, so Wings Greatest Hits. Man, I've sold a bunch of these, but I can't speak more highly of it. Wings Greatest Hits is a near mint, pristine Japanese pressing. $55 start. Some of my favorite music's on here. This is Paul McCartney and Wings. It has the inner sleeve with it. It has the Japanese insert with it. And that is so nice. Wings Greatest Hits. A perfect copy. Just missing the poster. Really nice cover, really cool obi. Man, really good stuff. That is a $55 start. Wings Greatest Hits. And here's something we've never, I don't think, ever had. Fleetwood Mac Tango in the Night. Fleetwood Mac Tango in the Night. That is a pristine Japanese pressing of Fleetwood Mac Tango in the Night. I don't know if I've ever had a Japanese pressing of this. It's hard enough finding 87 US OGs. Man, this is nice. I'm not just saying that either. I really mean it. Little Lies. Everywhere. Big Love. Caroline. Wow. Nice. Never have seen this. This is a $65 start. Perfect. Originally came out in 87. So this is $65 start. Yeah, look at that obi. It kind of camouflages in. With the cover. $65 start on that. And Wings, Brent Hall's in at $55. Looking for a $65 start on that. Fleetwood Mac. Johnny Shines. That looks like a pretty good blues album. Surprised Brent Rabley or Michael Nath hadn't claimed it. Earth, Wind & Fire Spirit. Earth, Wind & Fire Spirit is $14.99. That is $14.99. And Lynn's Farn, Nicely Out of Tune. Lynn's Farn, $19.99 for Nicely Out of Tune. Lynn's Farn. Santana, Moonflower, $29.99. This has a gold stamp promo on it. Santana, Moonflower, $29.99. Charlie DeFrank is in on $65. I bought one from you. So I've sold one before. I can't keep up with stuff. There's no telling how many times I'm probably like, I've never had one of these before, and it's my third one. If I'm saying that, that means I don't get it too often. Y'all can at least help me with that part. Lynn's Farn, Roll On Ruby. Lynn's Farn is $19.99. And David Bowie Tonight. David Bowie Tonight. This is a near mint copy. Really nice. $29.99. That came out in 1984. All right, so final call on Heart, 55. Final call on Fleetwood Mac, 65. Tony Shore is in on the Santana. And Susie Breedlove in on Heart's Greatest Hits. Carl and the Passion, So Tough. Beach Boys Pet Sounds, $49.99, 1972. There are some people who say this copy of Pet Sounds is incredible as far as the quality of it. This may be cut. It's not mono, but I think they said this is a really good, I need to research that again. This is a really good cut of Pet Sounds that's on this Carl and the Passions 2-in-1. $49.99. Maybe somebody knows the exact lingo for that. Jordan Vernoy, first on the David Bowie Tonight. David Bowie Tonight, so to Jordan. And Live for Ireland, very cool, $19.99. Live for Ireland, featuring U2, Elvis Costello, the Pogues, Van Morrison, looks like Irish artist, at least some of them are. I know U2 is, I know Van Morrison is. Clannad, I know a little bit about them, enough to know they're Irish, but the rest of these bands, I guess they're Irish. Is Elvis Costello Irish? I don't know. Live for Ireland, $19.99. And the best of Elvis Costello. I hadn't seen that in quite some time. $24.99. The best of Elvis Costello, $24.99. All right, these auctions only got one bid. Well, no, Fleetwood Mac got another bid, but I'm going to go ahead and sell it. Wing's Greatest Hits, I'm going to go ahead and sell that to Brent Hall. Wing, when I sell one of these, it makes me very happy because somebody's going to put this on and they're going to listen to Junior's Farm and Live It, Let Die and Band on the Run and all the other great songs that's on here. Where's the rest of the lineup at? Uncle Albert, Let 'Em In, Jet, My Love. Someone's going to get some good tunes there. Neil Smith is at 70 on the Fleetwood Mac. Charlie DeFrank, if you can hear me, you are out on the Fleetwood Mac. Neil Smith has that for 70. Let me grab another Japanese record to put up for auction. And that's going to be one of our other best-selling of all time. One of our best-selling of all time Japanese pressings. And this is Elton John's Greatest Hits. Can't speak highly enough of this one. I can't call it pristine, though. It's EX. It's just a little bit. It's got one mark on it right here. Man, it's so nice. One mark keeping it from being pristine. But I have to call this one EX, EX Plus. $55 start, Elton John's Greatest Hits. This has the Elton John discography insert book. It has the original inner sleeve. And here's the cover and the obi. This is a $55 start, Elton John's Greatest Hits. I've never sold one of these, and someone's like, that is terrible. They usually say, wow, this sounds amazing. Fleetwood Mac is sold to Neil Smith for $70. Charlie DeFrank says he's out, so we're going to go ahead and sell that for $70. Neil, you get that. And Elton John is a $55 start. I'll go ahead and run. It's awfully late to be putting up a Kiss record, but we're going to. Just like all the other ones tonight, $75 start. This is for Kiss Asylum. Neil Smith may bid on this too. Kiss Asylum. This is near mint. Oh. Pristine Japanese vinyl. Wow, very nice. Some of these, it looks like Elvis Costello's dad was Irish. There we go. Thank you, Hendry. I was waiting for somebody to fill me in on that. We've sold enough Elvis Costello records from the Bowling Green collection. I figured somebody could tell me. Really cool gatefold insert here. And this is a $75 start. Kiss Asylum, Japanese press with obi, near mint with insert. $75 start on that. Looking for $55 on EJ. The best of Elvis Costello is still available. I'm probably going to do a recap video in the group tonight. It will be posted in the morning. And we're going to sell a bunch of this stuff for people who didn't get to watch tonight. I think I've overloaded everybody. There's been so many good LPs tonight. John Cale Guts, $19.99. John Cale Guts on Island Records, $19.99. What is this? Golden Greats, $24.99. Trying to read what that says. Brinsley Shores. Brinsley Shores Golden Greats. This is $24.99. It's a 1974 UK. This is Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield, $14.99. Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield, in shrink wrap. Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield. Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Deja Vu. This is a 1970 CTH press, $39.99. And I think this one, yes, extremely nice. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Deja Vu, $39.99. This one is very nice. CTH press is what we have here on the Matrix. Elton John's at $55 with Brent Rabley. We have Stephen Chesney, on Tubular Bells, a.k.a. the Exorcist soundtrack. We have Tim Curry, Read My Lips, 1999. And we have Rock's Greatest Hits, $24.99. Rock's Greatest Hits, $24.99. Elton John's at 55 with Elton John's Greatest Hits. Brent Hall, I guess technically you were second on that. He says he's out, so I guess he just wanted to be at 55. So Brent has it for 55. And then James Bragg on Kiss, Asylum. James' opening bid for that was $75. $75 on that. Okay, this guy knowing nothing of what he's pulling cracks me up. LMAO. Wow. Well, I found someone else to block tonight. That was the first one in a few nights, but I don't want to do it right now because last time I tried to block somebody, I accidentally blocked people that I didn't mean to block. So, the Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $14.99. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer. Let me go back through this crate one more time of everything that's in here. Earth, Wind, and Fire, That's the Way of the World, $14.99. And yes, most of the time, the stuff I'm showing in this crate, I haven't seen it since the day I bought it. Dr. Hook, Bankrupt, $19.99. Dr. Hook, Bankrupt, and Boz Scaggs, Moments. This one was $14.99. Yeah, this one came out in... this is kind of earlier in his... It's not... You know, that first album was 69, and I think this one is like... It's earlier 70s. That's why we don't see it as often. Just like that very first one of his. $14.99 for Boz Scaggs. The Leaves, All the Good That's Happening, Flashback. 1967 Scranton Press, $59.99. The Leaves, All the Good That's Happening, Flashback, $59.99. That's a really nice copy in shrink wrap, $59.99. And The Beatles, Real Music, $34.99. 1982 with booklet. The Beatles, Real Music. That's a nice copy. Somewhere in the back, I got these huge promotional Beatles things. They look like reels, and they say Real Music. They hung up in the record stores when this came out in 1982. And I have those in the back, but they're so huge we can't ship them. So I hadn't even put them out in the store yet. I've had them for a couple years. All right, let's sell Brent Rabley, Elton John for $55. And we're going to go ahead and sell James Bragg, Kiss for $75. I've got a couple more Japanese auctions to put up. Let me do that right now. I've saved a Led Zeppelin, a Hendrix, a Michael Jackson, and a Kiss. Elvis Costello was $14.99. Pat Benatar, 7 the Hard Way, is sealed. Pat Benatar, 7 the Hard Way. That is sealed, $34.99. And Killer Joe's International Discotheque, $19.99, 1965. 1965. Killer Joe's International Discotheque. Steve Hunter, I think I was saying Hackett earlier, Swept Away, $19.99. Steve Hunter. See so many Steve Hackett albums. It was just a natural reflex. The Damned was $14.99. And the Walker Brothers was $24.99. Introducing the Walker Brothers. Johnny Paycheck, I Need to Know That Right Now, is sealed, 1983. Johnny Shines and Come, Michael Naff offered $20. I'll have to pass for that right now. It's a pretty nice copy. The Biograph label, interesting. Very nice. I've got that stickered right now at $34.99. Brinsley Shorts are Dave Evans and Nick and Lowe's Back in Bad. There you go. Derek Clark helped us out on that one. It looked like some kind of radio station comp, but I just wasn't for sure. And then Earth, Wind, and Fire Spirit, that's $14.99. And Lens Farn, Nicely Out of Tune, $19.99, Lens Farn. Lens Farn, Roll On Ruby is $19.99. And then we have Carl and the Passion, So Tough. That was $49.99. I've got to figure out what pressing of that I've heard on that Pet Sounds, what that was. And then the Live for Ireland was $19.99. 30. There you go, Michael. That's more like it. That's what I was thinking. So we're going to sell Michael Naff, the Johnny, for $30. Let me put up 2 new auctions. And Walt Cruz wants the Damned. That's sold to Walt Cruz. All right. I'll go ahead and show the other. Wow, we sold that Kiss. So we don't have but 4 Japanese records left from that flip crate. The Roger the Engineer Was waiting on counter. Okay. Let's see. The Roger, the engineer, if I don't get to it tonight, we'll do it tomorrow. I've still got Japanese stuff I wanted to do first just because I'm trying to get caught up on that stuff. I think we've had now 5 KISS Japanese pressings. They've all been $75 starts, and that's what this one will be. KISS Alive Japanese press. It does have a little bit of edge wear up here along the top. Just almost kind of uncommon for these. We usually see them so nice. This one does have a little bit of wear. That's not any, just, I have to call it VG Plus, but usually I'm calling the mint covers VG Plus. So just keep in mind, that's about the only major flaw with this. Other than that, it is really nice. It has the KISS book, has the insert. It has some tape here on the inserts. And I guess what is always the prize with these, though, this is so nice. Mint, near mint, pristine Japanese vinyl. KISS Alive. KISS Alive. This is a $75 start. The last perfect one we had got up there in a hurry. This one, a couple things with the inserts, the guts, and the cover, but still top quality on the vinyl. Very, very nice. And that is a $75 start for KISS Alive. $75 start. And then a really nice copy. Absolutely no condition notes on this one. And that's the Jimi Hendrix soundtrack. The soundtrack recordings from the film Jimi Hendrix. Has some foxing up here in the cover. Sometimes very common with these Japanese pressings. It's like moisture damage almost. Has a book with it. And it's 2 LPs of near mint greatness. Soundtrack recordings from the film Jimi Hendrix. We've had a couple of those in the last few months. Very cool Obi on it. That is a $55 start for Hendrix. KISS and Hendrix up for consideration. Charlie DeFrank offered $20 for the Walker for the Walker Brothers. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to him. And the Patti Smith. Yes, if we get through these here pretty soon, the KISS and the Jimi Hendrix, I'll do that. I'll put up the Patti Smith if I can find it. Or the Saints. Yeah, people were asking about the Saints, and I'm not for sure where that is. Elvis Costello, $24.99. That's a UK pressing. John Cale Guts is $19.99. Brinsley Schwarz. Yeah, that's what that comp was earlier. That is $24.99. Golden Greats, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. That was that really nice copy of that. $39.99. We sold a few of the remasters earlier tonight as well. Tim Curry, Read My Lips is $19.99. And then a long time ago, somebody asked about the track list for this box set. Who asked about that? Somebody asked about the track list for this box set. Oh, yeah, John Porter. Rock's Greatest Hits, this is $24.99. John Porter, this has Looking Glass, Brandy. Wow, that first track sells it. But let me read you some of the artists. Looking Glass, Redbone, Blood, Sweat and Tears, Argent, The Hollies, Pacific Gas and Electric, Santana, 10 Years After, The Zombies, The Byrds, Paul Revere, Donovan, Dr. Hook, Laura Nyro, Janis Joplin, Sweat Hog. I maybe got halfway through there. Hollies, Delaney and Bonnie, Chi Coltrane. That is $24.99. That is a triple. That's a 4 LP box set. And who asked about that? John Porter. If you don't want it, Michael Nath does. All right. Let me do some condensing. John Porter said sold. Let me do some condensing on some of this vintage OG stuff for tonight. I got to do some condensing here. Let me take this. It's got a lot of goodness. Yeah, that looked like some pretty cool stuff. I guess Craig's went to bed. Craig sometimes shows up for part 2, or he may be quietly watching. He may be done sending track listings for the night, but sometimes he's on for part 2. Craig's our faithful track list poster, especially when we have 350 people watching and a lot of new people are asking for track lists. Not that I don't care to give them, but sometimes it really messes up our flow when we have a lot of people watching with new material. This gets kind of wild. All right, I got two more auctions to run. So let me go ahead and end these. These are buy it nows. Take opportunities if you're watching late Kiss, $75. Jimi Hendrix, $65. Neil Smith said he would give $70. I'll go ahead and sell it to you. A benefit of watching late with us. Neil Smith gets Kiss Alive for $70 and a $65 buy it now for Jimi Hendrix. Or did I say a $55 earlier? I said a $65. At least I hope I did. But I will entertain an offer on that. If we sell this and then if we sell Thriller and Led Zeppelin 4 here in just a moment, that means that entire crate all sold tonight. So if somebody wants to make a fair offer on Hendrix, I may go ahead and sell it to you. You know, I'd like to sell out of that crate. We've got so much Japanese stuff. We literally get 1 or 2 shipments from Japan probably almost every day. Almost every day. Wanted info on BS. Belindi, on the Schwartz, okay. Yeah, I got to figure out what that is too. I think the only person really watching, Derek Clark, knew a little bit about it. But let me go back to it and I'll figure that out. So if anybody wants that or make an offer on it, please let me know. Our next auctions is going to be Michael Jackson Thriller. This one may be complete. It's awfully heavy. $65 buy it now. Excuse me, $65 start. Michael Jackson Thriller, nice gatefold. Very, very nice. There's the insert for it. There's the poster. So poster and the booklet's kind of an all-in-one, but this does have the poster and booklet all in one. And yeah, near mint, pristine Japanese vinyl. So this has got the insert, the poster / booklet, near mint, and with Obi. Thriller's a $65 start. I've sold a bunch of these. Nice copy. Michael Jackson Thriller, $65 start. And Led Zeppelin 4 is a $75 start. Top copy. Top Japanese copy. $75 start. Led Zeppelin 4. Led Zeppelin 4. Really nice. Take a look at that. Almost no wear in any form on this one. Speaking of shipments, we're trying our best to get caught up on shipment. We've never, we sold more. By the way, there's the Japanese insert. I think y'all know, you'll probably get tired of me saying this, but at the rate we're getting new customers, we're behind on shipping, to say the least. But Doug's working on it. I think Tanner's about to start helping out. I'm going to have to start helping out. We have a lot of boxes to pack up. It is unbelievable right now. We had more new customers last week than ever before. We had more total sales. And at the rate we're still buying collections and advertising, it's still going to get busier. So we got a lot more to go through. Let me, I was in the process of condensing down this crate of vintage stuff here. So let me finish doing that. I was doing some condensing here, emptying some crates while y'all were thinking about those auctions. There's 2 empty crates. That's a good sign. Let me get to that. Here's that auction crate of OG stuff. Let me set that here where I can get to it. And there's new vinyl. There's vintage stuff. There's more new vinyl. We had a lot of new vinyl tonight. Still a lot left. There's more OG stuff. I knew there was another crate around here somewhere. This is the only thing left from the first batch we showed tonight. We may go through that first. There's an empty crate. There's new vinyl. Where's the very first crate of new vinyl we went through? Let's see. That's what I want to go through first. The very first crate of new vinyl. Is that it? No, that was for last week's. Let's see here. It may be that. No. Okay, we'll go through this one. It's got some good stuff in it. Oh, man, there's all kinds of Murfreesboro. Murfreesboro inventory, there's 12 or 14 crates of it. Yeah, we hadn't even really got started on that in a couple of days. So, Led Zeppelin, Brent Hall was in first. He put LZ start. And then Brent Rabley bid 75. So technically, Brent Hall has it for 75, and Brent Rabley, you're out. Brent Hall has it for 75, and Brent Rabley, you're out. So if you missed the very first part of the show, here's a recap of some new vinyl from tonight. We got a restock of the Sisters of Mercy, First and Last and Always. That's a Mo-Fi pressing, $39.99. The Sisters of Mercy, First and Last and Always. That is $39.99. Brent Rabley says he's in on Led Zeppelin 4. Howlin' Wolf, if you like blues, man, Howlin' Wolf, $38.99. The Rockin' Chair album, $38.99. We have Stone Sour, $42.99. Music on vinyl pressing. That is a gatefold, very nice, $42.99. Led Zeppelin's at $85 with Brent Hall. Rush Moving Pictures. This technically wasn't in for tonight, but we started showing Rush albums and selling them out again. So Moving Pictures, I've got a handful left. They are $36.99. I guess I need to go ahead and order more. The big one for tonight was Hold Your Fire, and this is our last copy. That's no joke either. $36.99. I will be getting more, but last 200-gram copy of Rush. By the way, when I looked these up before the show, one active for $119.99, one active for $49.99, I think $79.99. That was active. Of course, some had sold for not too long ago for way up there because they've been out of stock. 200 gram. I got 2 copies. I showed this just a moment ago. Disco Collected. Disco Collected is $44.99. $44.99 for Disco Collected. I can't speak highly enough of the sound quality of this record. Bill Withers' Greatest Hits, $49.99. I think that's kind of a across-the-board review. This sounds amazing. Bill Withers' Greatest Hits, that's a MoFi pressing. These are new and sealed. $49.99. $49.99. Bill Withers, that is $49.99. Queensryche, we got a restock of this. It's actually something we ordered almost a year ago and never did come in. But that is $33.99. Brent Rabley, you're out on Led Zeppelin. Brent Hall has it for $85. But Queensryche Condition Human is $33.99. I've got 4 of those left. Brent's out on Zeppelin. So Brent Hall has that for $85. Final call. David Bowie Heroes, a restock of that for $31.99. I got 2 of them. And Sturgill Simpson Cutting Grass, Volume 1, $33.99. Paul Beck wants a Reich. That's Queensryche. Final call on Led Zeppelin for $85. Iron Maiden, the last copy we have of Fear of the Dark. Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark, $44.99. Brandon Lee in The Crow, and this is the official soundtrack, $39.99. Side 4 has a special etching, STP, 9 Inch Nails, The Cure, etc., 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 etc. James Bragg says, I should be on the wait list for Disco. James Bragg, you are. Yes, I read that off earlier. You're down for 1. Vic wants Fear of the Dark. Vic, let me make sure I didn't already have you down for 1. I don't, so I need to go ahead and pull 1 for Vic. First, let me go ahead and tag this auction. Brent Hall gets Led Zeppelin for $85. If anybody wants Jackson, Michael Jackson, MJ, Thriller, Japanese Press, that is a $65 buy it now. So Vic Nateki got Fear of the Dark. Charles Burnett on the Crow soundtrack. And Vic, if you're okay with a waiting list, I've got to order more of these because I had 3 tonight and that was my last one. I've got to give that one to Charlie Burnett. But Vic, let me know if you're okay with a waiting list. They'll be here before the end of the week and they will be on this week's invoice. Lynch Mob Revolution is $29.99. I had a Rush Hold Your Fire on list. Let me make sure. Paul, Rush Hold Your Fire. Paul Beck. Yes, Paul Beck, Jesse Hood, Stephen Chesney, Lou Hetzer, Brent Rabley, Michael Nath, and we've sold another 30 or so tonight. That's my last one unclaimed. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. I actually showed this and we sold out and then I grabbed more out of the back, but we have plenty more and I'm about to order a bunch more. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Those are $38.99. $38.99 for Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. David Bowie Pinups is $29.99. Wasn't expecting that to come back in. And then LA Guns. We have a list already for these. There's LA Guns. These are already sold. We were waiting to get back to them. But Riot on the Sunset, Best of LA Guns on pink vinyl. That is $29.99. LA Guns, $29.99. Oh, yeah, the Brinkley short. I forgot to show that to you. Charlie, let me find that. Let me figure out what crate I put that back in. Yes. Now, what did I do with that record? Let's see here. Okay, give me 1 second on that. Let me go ahead and change crates. Yes, Clint got an LA Guns, and I think, who else was it? Dakota Tanner's got that list. He's got them tagged. It was, let's see here, Clint for sure, and Clint and not for sure. I have to go back on that one. That was one of those times where I think it was Dakota. Yeah, Dakota. Clint and Dakota on those LA Guns. James Bragg. Well, maybe it was James. James, was you in on it earlier? I can't remember. I'll have to go back and find that. When we have to backtrack, sometimes it don't get pulled unless I can go to it right then. That's sometimes why I physically try to go find it. Okay, so here's more restart. This is, I think, from the very first crate tonight. Pink Floyd, Adam Hart Mother Remaster, $34.99. The Best of the Grateful Dead, 2 LPs, $44.99. David Bowie Lodger, $29.99 for Lodger. Ghost, If You Have Ghost, $31.99 for Ghost, If You Have Ghost. Black Sabbath, Volume 4, $39.99. Black Sabbath, Volume 4, $39.99. Charlie DeFrank, I will have to find that Brinkley Schwartz for you. And James Bragg, I will give you the information, or I will put you on a wait list for LA Guns. Crosby, Stills, and Nash so far, their greatest hits album, $28.99. That's the greatest hits of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. David Bowie, a.k.a. the man of words, the man of music, man of words, something in that order. And it is I call it the UK Space Oddity album, and that is $29.99. Those are new and sealed. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, $36.99. Paul's Boutique, The Beastie Boys, $38.99 for Paul's Boutique, The Beastie Boys. I've got 2 of those. Surprised those didn't sell. Ozzy, Diary of a Madman, that is black vinyl, $33.99. Green Day Dookie, $29.99. And David Bowie, Hunky Dory, $31.99 for Hunky Dory. Steel Drivers, $33.99 with Chris Stapleton on lead vocals, or on vocals. I don't know if he's lead vocals on all of them. Somebody brought that to my attention last week when I showed these for the first time, and that is $33.99. I've got 3 of those. Taurus, that's the new 2 LP version, $42.99. And Gwen Carley, Green Day. Gwen Carley, Green Day. Hardy, A-Rock, $26.99. And the only 2 Depeche Mode albums left, A Broken Frame and Construction Time Again. Broken Frame and Construction Time Again. That is $28.99 and $29.99. Let's see, I claimed Roxy Music earlier. Sorry, my dislike, but what was that a repress? Roxy Music earlier? No, that was an original. You got the Roxy Music, that was the original. Susie Breedlove on Steel Drivers. I now have 2 of those left if anybody wants one. And if you do, let me know. So the only 2 auctions that did not sell was Michael Jackson Thriller, at least from the flip crate. I have a whole nother crate we didn't get to. We're going to do this again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So here's the schedule. We've got more records from these recent collections we just picked up, including the stuff that literally is still in the back of my vehicle. I went and bought about 700 albums today in Fayetteville. Really cool stuff. This guy was into the Allman Brothers. There's some sealed MoFi stuff. There's some open MoFi stuff. Joe Bonamassa, Led Zeppelin, lots of Cream. Really cool stuff. My Tahoe is full of albums. So that's tomorrow. We'll probably be working on some of that. That's Wednesday. And then probably Friday and Saturday, we're going to start showing the punk and hardcore. I bought, well, not only including cost of going to Austin, Texas, flying costs, travel costs, but I paid a premium for this collection, one of the more pricier collections I've ever bought. So that should tell you it's some really good stuff. We're talking thrash metal, what I call hardcore music, punk, you know, that genre of music, some pretty incredible stuff. So the next metal night is probably going to be for that stuff. He has Metallica and Megadeth too. That's still metal, but not as hard as some of the other music that's in there. It's pretty crazy stuff, some of it. So that will probably be a full night where it's nothing of just that kind of stuff. Now, I'll tell people metal night, but that means auctions probably. We never straight price any of that stuff. Some of it is, but we will probably have, like, tonight, there'll be crates we're going through. Heck, it could be just like, it could be Poco albums in there, but we'll be auctioning the metal. I don't know if y'all realize how hard it is to get enough metal stuff for just an entire show at the rate we do it. Now, if we did nothing but auction stuff, yeah. If we just put up 2 records at a time, but showing records and auction them, we would have to have a week or 2 to get it all ready and probably not have any shows, because it takes us all day to price stuff just for one show. And when we have 5 in a row for 5 hours, we just don't have enough time to get them ready. So usually we have metal night and it's auctions. We may have some in the bins kind of hidden and surprises, but a lot of it is we're going through new vinyl and probably on sale stuff while we auction off the metal. That's the way we do that. So I have not heard anything on BOC. Show the punk on Saturday and then Tuesday. Okay, so yeah, split it up. Well, there'll be enough of it. I mean, it's quite a bit. It's over 1,000 albums, so it will be. It will definitely be 2 nights, but we'll probably do it Friday and Saturday, and then we'll have leftover, or not leftovers, but we'll still have more to get to on Tuesday. So, Coheed and Cambrina, any Discord label? I really don't know, Craig. You still have Megadeth, Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. The new album? Yes, we still have that new album, and we have Peace Sales. Craig, a lot of this stuff I'm not as familiar with. Of course, I know Megadeth when I see it in Metallica and Slayer albums. But a lot of this stuff I've had before, maybe. Man, I wish I had some of it up here to show you. But yeah, it'll be worth tuning in. I'm going to stop there for the night. We've got to clean up. I've got to order a ton of stuff that I realize we've been out of stock of and that we have wait lists for tonight. And then I've got to start pricing records for tomorrow night's sale. John will be here pricing too, but I've got to get back to work on the Murfreesboro stuff. Maybe I can find some more Fish albums and blue vinyl Nirvanas and some of that crazy stuff I found in that collection. So thanks, everybody. We'll be back again at 7. We're going to sell more tomorrow. No Saints tonight. I don't even know what happened to that. And I'm still looking for that. Let me figure out what that is, Craig. Tune in tomorrow, and I'll make sure I have it. I'll make sure you're watching, because I know you asked several times about it. Craig, I will make sure you're watching tomorrow when we sell that. Let me know. Peace Sales is $38.99, Gary. $38.99. But yeah, for some reason I couldn't find the Saints. I don't know if he pulled it back out to clean it or something. But I will make sure you tell me when you're watching, and I'll try to find that and figure out what it was. And Megadeth is $38.99. Megadeth Peace Sales, but who's buying? $38.99. $38.99. Okay. I guess that's it. We're going to start getting stuff ready for the next show, and then the next show. So Gary said sold on Megadeth. That will be our last sale tonight. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. I'll be posting some hot pictures and videos, so you'll be able to see what's coming up. Great stuff, I promise.